Hi, I'm Tony O'Connell, blueberry grower in Tasmania, southern Tassie, down the Huon Valley. We've been growing a blueberry orchard here now for about 8 years. We've just transitioned into a biological system 3.5 to 4 years ago, and we're seeing results, especially this year, with mainly two things. Our production has doubled in the last year, but also our lateral growth on our bushes with all the new growth while the fruit load is on the plant. We've seen that increase doubly this year. We think that this is a result not only from the biologicals that we're putting on the bushes as a foliar, but also in the ground now. We're getting a good system that's growing within the mulch and breaking down and providing a very good biological system that's feeding the plant. The quality of the berries, the firmness has also increased. We've found with the new system we've been doing, we find that it's actually, the flavour's twice as good as what it was 2 years ago, and the fruit's holding on the bushes much better, which is also a good thing because it actually relates then to later season fruit. We predominantly send into the mainland markets, and we're finding that having a system like this using the biologicals, we actually find the fruit quality by the time it gets to the market source, we find that the quality maintains, it holds its shelf life better, and our customers are saying that the flavour's still there when they purchase the product. So we don't use any chemicals at all. The only thing we do use with our weed suppression, we do use an acetic acid based product, which is basically to knock down the weeds, not getting rid of them, because we still perceive that as part of the whole biological system within the mulch program that we have. So we don't use any chemicals, and we find we don't need to because the plants are much healthier. We don't use any netting for two reasons. Well, the cost of the netting is obviously very high these days, but also we found the sonic devices we're using was upsetting a few neighbours who were very good about it, but we now use a laser device which sends out a laser beam across the orchard, and this year we've found that 100% success rate in any bird loss, any bird sort of damage with the fruit. One thing we've noticed with using the biological methods and the products we use is that the soil itself now has a much more fungal dominant base, which for blueberries is actually one of the most important things. We've found the mulch with the sawdust and wood chips we use is now breaking down twice as fast as what it was before. Therefore we're actually using less of the traditional NPK type ratio products because we don't need to, because the actual biological system has now really kicked into gear. And we can see that through the quality of the bushes plus the health of the plants. The leaves are getting a more waxy coating now than what they used to be. I think once you get the soil right with our biological system, we're finding that it really kicks into gear in that 3rd and 4th year. In our yield for the last 2 years, we've found this year it's doubled from last year. Yes, the bushes are actually getting older now, but we've also noticed the yield is actually, the size of the berries much bigger. So, and one of the reasons we're finding that the biologicals working so well, the products we use are very specific to blueberries, and we purchase a lot of these through Soil Charge, which we find the products are very balanced, but also providing an actual directive for the blueberries themselves and the conditions they grow in, the soil conditions they need, and we're finding great results in the yield. And that's a combination of obviously the age of the plants, but we're finding that the quality is far superior than what it has been.